Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm been a week. Wait, yeah, probably been a week since I've been on vacation. I'm hanging out at the ex-wife's house, eating all her food, using all her hot water, using all her heat. Um, what else am I doing? Drinking all her coffee. Um, yeah, having a good time. I met her boyfriend the other night too. Nice guy. Um, he's cool with me staying here. Um, but I'm here. My daughters are here, obviously, so we're gonna spend the holidays together and stuff. And yeah, it's been a rough week. Interesting week. Not the video I just posted was me the day before I was leaving, um, and everything was going swimmingly. My 2014 F-150 Ford King Ranch, um, with 135,000 miles on it, is at the dealership in Pennsylvania with a popped motor, possibly. Um, Worst case scenario is it's a blown motor. The oil pump went, and I think I caught it in time, but I've had to do some. I had to do some driving with it to get to figure out what I was going to do. I'll post just a quick picture on how I ended up leaving Pennsylvania. The truck's still in Pennsylvania, but I'm up here in Massachusetts. Um, but they got an insane cat over here. This I think is what's his name? It just slips my mind. Ziggy. He's insane. In his own way, he's just nuts. Um, excuse the cough. Doing it properly. Coughing into the elbow, into the shirt. Um, I've always done the shirt. Everything. I've worked in food service for years. So I mean, I long since had that habit. Just whatever you're gonna spray, it'll stay with you. You know, it's kind of gross, but I'd rather cough into my shirt than into my elbow any day of the week. Um, yeah. So back to the truck. Yeah. So probably looking at like $6,000-7,000 to repair it. Luckily, the truck is worth upwards of $18,000 still. So, um, in this next adventure, um, I'm going to show a picture too of my truck and trailer the night before I left in front of the Cat 740s and the Cat 745s that I was driving. It's just a funny picture. I mean, these things tower over this thing, you know. But the I wasn't expecting this, but I was coming out here to spend a month before I go officially nomadic and all that. So, yeah, I'm still house dwelling. My trailer's at my sister's, so when I'm at her house, I stay in the trailer. I'll start getting some videos of that up, but it'll be without the truck. Um, but I need a drink. Have some coffee. That's good. That's a good drink. But like life. I don't know if you can see that. Well, you have to go backwards on it, but that says deal with it. That's just life. You got to deal with whatever throws at you. I mean, I had I had one good day of driving out here. I stopped at a Love's truck stop. Nothing wrong with the truck. I'm like, not even giving me a hint of a problem. I'm here and checked the oil and everything, you know. Went to bed, got up, started the truck, let it run for a few minutes, took off down the highway. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I got up at 4 a.m. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm no. That was the day I was supposed to. One good day. The next day, I was supposed to make it to because I wasn't rushing, so I was gonna do it in 2.5 days, 3 days. Get to my sister's by on Sunday at 5 o'clock. So I left Friday. So this all went down Saturday, 1 o'clock. The truck just decided that, oh, I'm at 35,000, 135, 555, and I know people say something about numbers with trucks. Once it hits a certain number, they the computer has a little thing. Um, so who knows? I mean, whatever. That's their problem. Okay, they want to run their system like this. That's their problem, not mine. Um, I can get out of the sunlight here and get some more of that free coffee from the ex-wife. Thanks, honey. I like picking on her. I'm gonna turn on a light in here. It's very dark in here. These are the free electric switches. But oh, these are the steaks. I don't know if I can show you the steaks. She's defrosting them tonight. This is what I got from that girl at work. Um, right there, yeah. These she's defrosted. I mean, they're big. I mean, the size of my hand. I mean, probably not massive, but I mean, I think we paid. I bought six of them for $69. I gave her $80 for shipping and handling, but it no, there's not much coffee left. I have to give her a call. Hey, you gotta come home and make more coffee, wifey, ex-wifey. But now I'll just pick it on her. She's developed a sense of humor. It's kind of nice. Her boyfriend should have an easier time with her than I had. Not likely she'll watch any of my videos. So I can say whatever I want. But you know, thank the Lord I have the money. You know, and I didn't have to trash the truck. You know, but the truck, like I said, the truck is still worth. It was an Oklahoma state shirt I found. I should be able to, you know, get the truck done. I'll do it with the dealership. That way, there, whoever I sell it to, it'll be all not some backyard mechanic kind of thing where it's kind of shifty, or not the backyard mechanics are shifty, but honestly, for me, for my comfort, I don't need any BS. It's like, here you go, here's a truck, here's a motor, here's your warranty from the dealership. I'm out. You know, they're protected. I don't like selling stuff. Even I got stuff on Facebook right now for sale, and a couple other sites. I'm kind of like, some of the stuff's brand new, but I'm just putting it as good because I don't want. It's been sitting for a little bit, not a long time, but it's been sitting for a little while. So even though it's brand new to me, well, it ain't brand new no more. It's still not in its box, you know. So it's in good condition. It works really good, you know. I mean, I've used it every time. It hasn't broke on me yet. Obviously, that's why I'm selling it. But you know, everything in this world is subject to breaks. I mean, and people are gonna know that. But I just sold that mini washing machine. They're going for 120 or over now. I think I paid $80 for it during the middle of COVID. Or debunked. I don't know if I can say that word. Not to get all upset about certain words, but your deal, not mine. You do what you want with this world. I'm in it, but I'm not of it. You know. I'm just trying to get through it like everybody else. And the uh, the truck is. I should know this Thursday about the truck. Um, so I'll have that answer. I should have the truck back hopefully by the middle of next month. That's what I'm hoping for, by January 15th. But selling everything off. I'm gonna get a one video. This I'm gonna show you the picture. What I had to do. I had to actually rent a U-Haul truck just to tow my trailer up here. And I'm kind of like, oh my God, 6 hours away. This truck just couldn't make it 6 hours. I promise I'll fix you when I get there. You know, but one dealership to another, what's the difference? You know, maybe the Lord, you know, the Lord's got everything orchestrated. You know, I'm not saying it's not my negligence. I'm sure it was my negligence in a way. That truck went through a lot of heavy towing, so I probably stressed it out. I mean, it's got the 6.2 motor. It should have handled it, but you know, the vehicles they're made to break down at some point. So um, it is what it is. You know, I mean, the truck made me money, so I got no bad feelings about it. Just the timing that it went. Yeah, I could have got maybe an hour from home so I could get local where I am, you know. But so I am getting over a cold. My buddy's daughters got sick, so they had them tested for anything, if it's any variant of any kind, and they said no, they just got the good old fashioned cold going on, and it just went through the whole family after that. That was my going away present from Thanksgiving. So they all got it too. Most of them all got tested, and there's nothing with it. So they're all good. So it's just I just got this nagging cough now. It's all I got left. Every year I can count out every year I get this thing, and it lasts me 2-3 months. Just the cough, not the cold, but and coffee doesn't help. Coffee is very much a dry, diuretic. It dehydrates you. I don't know. So the new plan is, I may be able to acquire my ex-wife's truck. It's got the same mileage on it. It's an older truck, it's a Dodge Durango, but it runs well. It always ran well. And that's the cat making noise. Oh, somebody's breaking in. Somebody might steal me. Um, so, this is the first day, second day nomadic. I have a $6,000 bill. They always talk about an emergency fund. This is kind of what I was getting on there for. It's I kind of blew off the emergency fund, but I was struggling in November to stay at work until December 4th. I put a date, and I said, you know what? I'm sticking to the damn date. Now I feel bad that I didn't work. I could have worked 100% of the time. I could have worked 7 days a week until the day I left. I could have even delayed it and worked that whole weekend and then left and just got a full week's pay out of it, you know. And that literally would have given me, I think I was making somewhere on overtime, somewhere around $300 a day. So that would have been 3, 6, 9, 12. If I would have done the other week, 12, that would have been, I probably would have made 2 grand just on the overtime I didn't grab. But I told myself that the last 2 weeks, I was gonna just go to my regular days. So I stuck to, I made a decision, I stuck to it, and I struggled to stick with it, but I stuck with it, you know. So I wanted to leave November, um, but the truck would have probably just broke down out here, and I would have been out the 5 grand, and anyway. So I amassed a little bit more money. Thank God for this issue coming up, and that's all money is. It allows you to, you know, get through what you got to go through. I mean, it's not a thing to hoard. Like everybody puts it in the bank and saves, and you need a little bit of savings. I'm not saying you don't. What the hell is better if I do this or this? No, do this, huh? Eh? I don't know. I'm trying to get some light on my face and not look so fat. I shaved, and it's like, man, I'm just not used to looking at myself when I shave. And yeah, I gotta lose some weight. I only weigh 208, but it's like, man, I was what, 190 when I got married 3 years ago, 4 years, yeah, 3 or 4 years, 3 years ago, and what with dating and everything, probably 3.5 years ago, I weighed 193, couldn't get any lower than that, and I was thin, I looked good, but now I just got a little bit of, I almost got a double chin going here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the dentist over here, get a checkout, because I got a tooth that kind of fell apart on me from, I gotta shut the lights off, because we're gonna conserve electricity, because of the grid and the municipality gets all upset. Is it municipality? No, utility gets all upset when you overuse and whatever. Yeah, anybody remember Jeffrey the giraffe? I mean, anybody out there remember these videos? Like, there's no way that I'm the only one that saw these videos. But Jeffrey the giraffe, there were commercials. You got to shut the light off and all that kind of stuff. I think it was Jeff. I don't know if it's Jeffrey the giraffe, but it was a giraffe. Anyways, you want to see? You want to see the nutty cat? I don't know if it comes out in the video or not. There he is in the window. Him. That, wow, I'm pointing over there, and the cat's over here. Wow, is that weird? These cameras are messed up. And he just looks at me like he wants to eat me. He stares at me like this, like he's like can't see the side. You see him out behind the couch. He's doing this. He's just looking at me, like I'm going to eat you as soon as you go to sleep. He doesn't even blink. It's like scary. But so I'm here. I'm gonna spend the holidays and spend some time. My mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, she needs a roof and windows done. So I'm gonna partner up with my one or two of my brothers. We'll bang that out, get that done, get a little bit of cash built up again. There's some stuff I gotta move, some final stuff I gotta move along. Um, from the late wife, and then that'll be over. It just sucks. Um, I'm not having fun with this at all. I don't recommend this to anybody. But life happens. You're here until you're not. The Lord's in control of this whole thing. Whether you accept him or not, he's in control of the whole thing. And you just gotta realize that, we're here in the in between. You know, um, and talking to my ex this morning, because I gotta drive her to work. She makes me get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drive her to work for 7:30. Like I need to get ready. I don't. So I just got up and harass her. You know, what I mean, it's just kind of fun. But I'm using her truck, the one that she's gonna sell me, um, and whatnot. But yeah. So she's got a couple of projects got for me to do too. So I'll earn my keep while I'm here. Um, whatever. But yeah, it's. I mean, I'm glad we're getting along. The kids are older now too, so there's no you know, the damage is done. What's done is done, and that's it. You know. We were in Boston last night. My youngest daughter found a car for cheap money, and we went out there, and it was like nothing but a game. And then the guy, the funniest thing is the guy was delayed. He said, "I'll get this. I'll be there soon," or whatever. And then we decided to leave because we weren't getting any response from this guy. So now this guy's a game player. He dropped the price $1,500 just for her. I'm like, nah, I don't know. There's something not right about this. So all of a sudden, we're leaving and we just got out of the Callahan Tunnel. We're back on 93, and he says that he says the car that I'm selling you just got towed. I didn't have insurance on. I was trying to just move it along before I had to get insurance. Blah blah blah. So it's in the impound yards and try and get it out today. So a big long story. But the funny thing is, 10 minutes before we left that spot, um, I looked at the bottom of the hill, maybe 100, maybe I don't know, a, a football field a short way away. You know. Um, I saw a white tow truck with a black car on it. Her car was black. I said, "Oh, there's your car right there, just horsing around." So when he said that, her boyfriend in the back, she says, "Oh my God, you said that about the." I was like, "Oh, I did." It's like, how funny would that be if that was the if that legit happened? You know what I mean? I was like, wow, ironic. But I mean, how many cars? And there's a lot of cars out there. I get that. There's a lot of cars out there. But what's the ironic thing that it would be a black car sedan style car that gets on a meat hook and, while you're waiting for it? I mean, lightning strikes a lot in my life. You know, it's like, man, my wife, my late wife, she was afraid of lightning. She didn't like storms and all that. Well, she was in Katrina too, so I mean, she was in that storm. I mean, she's what they would call the refugees. If you're in the country and you're a citizen of the country, you're not a refugee. It's like, what the hell, you know? So she would get all freaked out on that, you know. So I says, well, you probably married the wrong guy. She says, why is that? I go, I've had lightning strikes hit me, not hit me, but literally land 20 feet from me. I mean, maybe 50 feet. No, 100 feet? Yeah, probably 50 feet. Yeah. 30, 40, 50 feet away from me. Close enough that um, static, I mean, snap, crackle, pop. You would hit, it would be everything all at once, and you would be static. It'd be like, what the hell was that? It was right there. And ears ringing, wow. I mean, like loud, you know? And yeah, so that's happened to me 4 times in my life. I actually I have a video. I gotta find that old video that when I was working on that house, the first house I did in Louisiana. I was doing a video of a rainstorm and just standing outside the door, and not even 50 feet away there's a big tree. The tree had to be maybe 2 foot round. You know what I mean? 2 foot round, big fat tree, and I saw the lightning strike behind it on both sides. I mean, I couldn't see nothing for like a few minutes. All I saw was a big tree. I could see every branch in my vision. You know what I mean? It's like, the hell? But I just happened to look that way, and boom, it struck. You know what I mean? Not like I was looking, so I was looking at like the tree, but it was like, wow. Probably if it wasn't behind that tree, I probably would have been blinded or something. I don't know. It was that close. It was like, wow, you know. But yeah, crazy stuff. But here I am in Massachusetts. I'm gonna lay low now I'm gonna be delayed. May not be delayed. I mean, because I was still gonna stay here till about February, so the truck factor may not be a factor. And I don't have to sell everything off right away. I have enough money to be able to do it and put the truck out for sale and maybe acquire her truck. And that's gonna go right to South Dakota. I'm gonna register that in South Dakota, and that's where I'm registering everything out in South Dakota because I'm not landing anywhere. I want to be everywhere, not mafia style, but I want to be everywhere. You know, um, the mafia does it very morbidly. I'd rather like be able to see everything. So I mean, I want to go get back out to go see the dead presidents. Go what's that, the Badlands, get out to, back out to Grand Canyon, man, that was unbelievable. We were out there this past winter, um, December, January, late 2020, early 21, I forget exactly, but we went out there and it was, I mean, I never been there, other than the Brady Bunch, never been out there, you know? And I asked, that was my comment, I told you, hey, where's Alice? So, some people had no clue. Some people started me. I've been asking the same thing, you know. But if you don't know, go look up the Brady Bunch episode, Grand Canyon. I think it was a two-part or three or four. I don't know. They did a lot at the Grand Canyon. Um, but now that I'm single again, I think I want to go sign up for one of those. They actually, the donkeys actually go down to the bottom and you camp, and I'll go see what it's about, what I'm gonna need to do it. That might be fun, you know. I don't know. I may hate it. I don't know. But I have a little time on my hands, so I'm gonna take it. You know, I may not work at all in 2022. Um, I mean, other than help out a little bit here and there, but I mean, I should be all set for at least towards the end of this year coming. You know, like I said, I'm thinking about the sugar beet harvest because I'm a truck driver, so I gotta call that number and find out what their requirements are. I know I don't need my CDL anymore for that. Probably a medical card would probably be about it. But I think you're pretty much just driving off land because that's how this job I just left. I didn't need anything for this job. Just had to show up and sober or working off a hangover. I don't know how they work it, but some of these guys are like, you had a fun night last night. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough day. Why do you do that to yourself? Have a beer, have two, and call it quits. You know, what are you gonna go down the far end? Life isn't that bad. I've been through some shit. I've been through. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna sit down one day. I'm gonna write down everything that I went through with her and her passing and all that. And you wouldn't believe what I went through in a year and a half, really since the beginning of 2020. 2020 set off a whole string of stuff, you know. And I guess this year was a repair year, a thin out year, and hopefully 2020 is going to be the build back better. Oh man, these politicians are ridiculous. You know, Sadducees and Pharisees. You know, they hate each other and they hate us, but they don't know how to live life without us. So they need to control us because we don't know what to do with ourselves. You know, I'm gonna do what the Bible says. Relax. If I got Jesus Christ and I got food, I got shelter, what else do you need? I just walk through this house, see all the knickknacks. I mean, knickknack patio. I give the dog a bone. I mean, it's nice stuff, but I don't want to have to babysit it. If I have all this stuff, and I have to get a house, and I have to get this, and I have to get that. You know what I mean? Keep it simple. One guy, he took all his pictures off their frames, snapshot them, did professional snapshots of them all, and he's got an SD card. Remember all those pictures? I put my SD card in, and there's all my pictures on a little itty bitty SD card. Otherwise, you need a whole room to put them in, you know. And I'm not saying how you live is how you live. You gotta decide for yourself how you live. You know, I'm not saying not everybody's gonna do that. Not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody needs to do that. You gotta do with. I mean, I'm good at saving. I'm good at not spending. So I gotta go with that. You know, that's my gift. Not spending. I'm not a good fiat system guy. They don't like me because I don't spend money. Well, that's why they get the women all jacked up on their jingle little things. The Bible talks about it too. The girls with the earrings and stuff like that. And you know, God put it there for it to be, but you know, it's ends up we end up abusing the privilege. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting a lot of you don't understand what I'm talking about, but I mean, you got to get into the book, The Law. I think it's a 4-hour audio book, The Law, Creature from Jekyll Island, um, Walden, and I think there's another one. The Mainspring of Human Progress. I haven't found that one yet, but they keep talking about that one. And the Bible is number one on that list. Sorry about that. Um, but you got if you get, I mean, the Bible talks about it's like Ecclesiastes. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's a house with sheetrock on it, or a house with cement board, or a house with mud and hay. That doesn't matter. It's still a roof over your head. How do you want to live? And how is somebody telling you how to live? That's the thing. Are you being told how to live? Like I discovered this nomadic situation. You know, Bob Wells is doing this and all that. You know, he's got a big following on that. I'm gonna give it a try. I got the time. I got nobody telling me I can or can't. So why not give it a try? If I don't like it, I can always go buy a house. I can always go get a full-time job. And with that job, man, I can make some. I can bring down a good 150,000 a year, and with inflation, shit, that should be 300,000 a year. Oh wait, inflation never hits the hourly pay though, does it? It's not funny how it never hits. Inflation never hits your paycheck. Actually, deflation hits your paycheck. Inflation hits your spending. Isn't that funny? I mean, if everything rises, just like the cough scene we just went through in 2020, if everything stopped, right? If everything stopped, why are your bills still going? Everything should have froze. There should be no interest accruing. It should have been a stop. We skipped from what, April to September. All that disappears. No payments are not needed because everything stopped. The Bible stops. A lot of people don't realize the Bible. Everybody thinks the Bible's still rolling. Jesus coming back in 2,000 years. It still might be 4,000 years overall. We don't know that. I say it's short. We're here soon. He's coming back soon. But you got to plan. You got to plan. You're gonna die and not meet the rapture. The rapture's a special occasion for specially appointed people. You know, could our generation be the one? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. My wife thought she was gonna go in the rapture. She didn't. You know, and I'm like, I do. I don't. I'm not banking on nothing like that. I'm just trusting that he's the one. And if I'm right, great. If I'm wrong, I'm in a dirt hole just like the rest of you. Every other religion, everybody's in a dirt hole. Nobody's going nowhere but a dirt hole at the end of it all. Jesus is the only one that says you're coming with me. You're gonna fall asleep for a minute and you're gonna wake up. Done. So I like that idea. I'm going with it. I could be wrong. I look like an idiot. I look like an idiot a lot in this life. That one ain't gonna take me down. You know what I'm saying? But who is it? Gary Busey. Okay, he's in that movie Tribulation, and I looked up some of his stuff. He went to Hollywood. He just announced, you know what? I'm going with I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and that's it. The guy's still a whacked out nut job. I love him though. I mean, he had a motorcycle accident, so he's got a lot of um, injuries that have come on after the fact. That's why he's the way everybody thinks, oh, big drug, and all that. He had a bout with drugs. Who hasn't? You know what I mean? It's like no, you're not leaving this world perfect. You're not coming in all shiny. I mean, the doctor slaps you on the ass. You know why? For the main reason, get you pissed off. Baby cries because it got hurt and it got mad and it cried. That's to make sure that you're responding. You know what I mean? That tells the doctor that okay, you're okay. If they spank the, I don't even know if they do that anymore. You know what I mean? But just the old saying, you know. But nowadays, pretty much they're born, they get smacked on the butt, and they get a cell phone put in their hand. You know what I mean? I've seen little 1-year-old babies more alert than I think I was. 1-year-old playing on the phone. I'm like, what is this kid doing? That baby knows more about that phone than I do. I'm like, what the hell? So it's just crazy. But I'm trying to keep this under half an hour. I got a minute to go. But just trust the Lord's got it. Go through your crazy life and just trust him. If there's something you don't like in your life, just trust him that he'll eventually get rid of it. He may never get rid of it for you. It just may be a thorn that he puts in your side. He did that to Paul. Paul said, how come, the things I don't want to do, I do, and why is this thorn still on my side? He has God 3 times to take it away. God said, my grace is sufficient for you. Just give it to God. You make a mistake, give it. Most importantly, you make a mistake, give it to God. Say, you know what, Lord, I acknowledge I made a mistake. Now, even with my, passing my wife, we didn't have a good ending. We were having trouble at the end of that, and then she goes and passes away because she was with her family, I was with my family, and a lot of hurtful things were said back and forth, and I can never apologize for him, and she can never apologize for him because she's not here, and you know what I mean, I can tell the Lord will tell her, but I mean, you know what I mean, I won't get an apology from her in any way, But it is what it is. I know we love each other. Just the world's troubles got in the way, and all that kind of thing. So um, we're going over 30 minutes, I guess. But it is what it is. I'm all set with life as far as, oh, I got it here, there, you know. my, my ex-wife, my youngest daughter shows up this morning to get ready. My older daughter was here, and my wife, she's, this is a working family, I go, no, some of you's work. I know. I'm in a temporary retirement, I mean, I like working. I do like working. I like doing my part, But her and I, as far as the girls go, will deal with them without the system in the way. Wednesday, we're going to get permission to end child support. Permission from the judge. She's in agreement with it. I'm in agreement with it. The girls are in agreement with it. But we could get the judge's permission for it. Is that messed up or what? Okay? Be careful. If you're going through a divorce, do not let the government, the state, run that. Don't even put that through DOR. Do not do it. Suffer through having to go to court. I've gone to court 3 or 4 times with her, over adjustments or whatever, So you're going to be going to court anyways. They try to tell you, oh, be smooth and you want to worry. That bullshit. I've gotten more phone calls from the state saying I didn't pay when I just did pay. I gotta do a payment today, by the way, once I do this video. This ought to be the last one. But I do it by the month anyway, so. I got more phone calls from the state saying there's something messed up. If I pay her $100 a week, it's more, but I'm just gonna use that number as 100. She'll get 30 on one week. She'll get 50 on another week. She'll get 140 on another week. It's like it's 100 per week. And if I'm paying per month, giving her money for the month. What are you holding on to it for? State making you interest on it? Everybody's playing the damn game on us. We're just a bunch of idiots. Fee, inflation, fee, taxes, this, that. It's like, screw it. All these. Look at this. One TV. Look at this. This is what I mean by stuff. One TV, and you get 3 clickers. I don't see a VCR here. 3 clickers. One TV. I mean, come on. I had 2 clickers in my trailer. One for my TV, one for my DVD player. My computer. Well, that's on a mouse. But it's stuff. I mean, I need some time away from stuff. I mean, it's nice, but it's not for me. Not for me right now. So, I'll be single forever, and that's fine. I'm actually good with it because, the saying is true. When you meet somebody, and this is what a lot of relationships don't realize. When you meet somebody, you are giving up your freedom 100%. 100%. You are giving up your freedom to create a life with both of you. Okay? That's why relationships have a hard time. The girl don't want to give up her freedom. The guy don't want to give up his freedom. Now I got to do this for you. You got to do this for me. Now it's a bartering system and all that, and then having to pay for sex and whatever, in a roundabout way. I just had a relative that he had to pay his wife for that. Wow, you know what I mean? If it gets that bad, I'm out, But I mean, that said, you give your spouse your whole paycheck every week. Yeah, they run the house and all that. I understand that, But it's like I didn't ask too many questions when I was working. I would just go work, I would just go work and do whatever. But yeah, it's I'm seeing a lot in this life. When you read those books, your eyes are gonna be opened. And the book, The Law, it talks about I just had the word, just lost it. Plunder. Okay, you have no plunder, you have legal plunder, and you have illegal plunder or total plunder. You could use that as either word. So no plunder means nobody can cheat nobody out of nothing. You can't take bleach, whatever the chemical name is of bleach, rename it bleach or chlorine, and then sell it for, because all the pool industries are big high markup. Well, it's bleach. I can go buy bleach from this from the my buddy works at a sewage treatment plant in another state, and he's like, he goes, you wouldn't believe what we pay for bleach. It's the raw stuff. I mean, this stuff will burn your hand right off. You know what I mean? It's raw bleach, and he goes, we're paying. He goes, you want to talk about pool chlorine, whatever, 12-gallon thing, whatever that blue bucket is. He goes, you'll pay, I think, 15, $20 for that thing. We're paying $5 for the raw, uncut stuff, a gallon. And they're watering it down for a pool by half to make it legal to move it. And then when you buy your bleach for your laundry, well, that's cut down uh, by, I think, another half or more than that, um, to sell to you over the shelf. So, there's a lot of renaming of this stuff. Oh, neighbor. I don't know who lives here. But yeah, I don't know why I went into the bleach thing. I got a lot of hair that's got to get purged, and that's what this is all about. I'm hoping the YouTube videos come out with something that is useful to people. I'm hoping. If not, at least I just vent it to somebody. It makes you think you're talking to somebody. This is what this does to me. Instead of badgering my family with it, you guys can click on it, click off, and say, this guy's a nut, I'm out of here. But I am a nut, but it's, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, you know, why not go crazy? Hey, why not? But that's it for now. Just, if you're in a relationship, you gotta realize you have to give up all your freedom. And if you're not willing to give up your freedom, don't get pissed at him or her. Move along, you know, because I see one of my daughters in a relationship and they're bickering because she wants him to do what she wants and he wants her to do what he wants. Well, you guys aren't a good match there because you're not willing to give up yourself in that relationship. You're gonna have to give up yourself and create. When the Bible talks about when a husband and wife marry, they become one. If you want to be gay on this subject, whatever, you do you. I'm not judgmental. I'm just saying, when you come into a relationship, you give up your individual lives 100%, not 50%, not 30%, not 2%, 100%. You give up your life. If you're not willing to do that, get out of the relationship. Cut the other person loose. Let them free to go find somebody that they wanna be with. And that's it. But when you're young and dumb, you get all that energy and horniness going on and all that stuff. You can't control nothing. It's so funny because you're set up for doom right from the start. And you could argue God set up that way, but you got the mix of the fiat system in here in this modern day lifestyle that, well, she deserves. If I pan this room or all this stuff in this room, I mean, she's got to have. I mean, some of it I remember. I recognize from when we were married. She still has some furniture from when we were married, but it's pieces of it now. It's not the whole piece anymore. The hutch is just a. She's got it's a TV stand now. It doesn't have the whole back with the drawers and doors and all that. I don't even know where that is. I don't think it's in here. I'd have to snoop around. Not a big apartment, but I mean, 2 bedroom is pretty good size. Nice and cozy. She makes a nice home. She really does. But it's not me. It's not me at all. I mean, I'm happy living in a tin can, literally, and I may be that stupid to bring it to that level. I'm just ready for so simple that I want to own what I drive. I don't want to have to babysit nothing outside of my view. I don't want nothing hanging outside of my vehicle. I want it stealth, just looks like a normal car, and I want it to be an older car nobody's interested in. And that truck does that for me. So I'll work it. I'll work it out. I'll show you. I'm gonna show you the current equipment that I have and what I did with it and why I wouldn't do it again. Because like I got a split unit on the trailer, and it works great. It really does for what it is. It works great. But if I realize that I have to give it, I built up too much, and I got like my bed's up high, so the heat doesn't get in there as well. I like sleeping cool anyways, but the point is, it's got cold, it's got cold corners. You know, the bathroom stays a good 10 degrees cooler. I get an easy solution for that. I would have to drill a hole in the up in the top, because that's where the return is on top. So it would actually naturally suck out of that room, which may in effect that might work out that it'll pull it through. Um, and I have to go through the shower area to do that, but it's something. You know, couple possibilities. If I ever did a trailer again, I would not box it off like I did, because I'm composting, not really composting, just kind of. I guess I'm getting that ball rolling. I'm gonna throw it away and let it continue on once it gets into the dump, you know. But um, yeah, it's not a pretty subject, but everybody does it, you know. I just don't want to be wasting 5 gallons of water. And these are like old style toilets. I can't believe they're not switched out yet. It'd be worth her money to get her own toilet put in over here, but I think she's paying for the water and everything. We're gonna deal with the shower head. That thing dumps. I couldn't believe it. There's some water pressure in this town. It's like wow. And I mean, I took a shower. I was like, wow, it feels so good, but the hot water went away. I'm like, no, that sucks. So we'll go get a low gallon, a low gallon. She wants the one with the wand, so we'll go get that today. She wants to get out of work early today, so we'll go hit the Woolly Mart. Gonna go to the Walmart and do some shopping. They were $10 for the mainstay is their brand. I think it was $10 or $12 for that shower head with the wand. I'll see what it went up to because prices are going up everywhere. But it is, it is what it is. I mean, it's just making it harder. I mean, look at Venezuela. Oh my God, they are out of control. That's out of control. That system up there, but it's all the same system, But they're trying to knock out currencies. This is why I think, because the Bible talks about when the Antichrist arrives, there'll be only 10 nations. This is the start of it. God doesn't. God can snap his fingers and everything changes. No, I think he snapped his fingers in 2020. Everything changed drastically in 2020. And it was like, it was in a minute, your whole life was flipped upside down. Just right upside down. And my wife at the time, she was struggling with it. She really was. She was having a real hard time. Brand new marriage. Yeah, we just got married. What? The year before, and then we're in the house for a year. Yeah, I think we're in the house almost a house. I think by the time we sold the house, we were in the house for 2 years. So we had a nice house, 3,200 square foot house. It was huge, but we were never comfortable in it. I mean, I got pictures of it. If it needs be, I could show some pictures. But that house took on water. That house took on 10 feet of water. I have a picture of that house with just the top 2 feet of the roof sticking out of the water. I mean, that's how bad it flooded. And I know they just flooded again. Whoever bought that house, I told them keep your full insurance on it. She said we have to because we got a mortgage and keep it on it and keep on that insurance because that's your only way. The only way he's gonna get that house paid for once it hits. But it took them. That house flooded in '60 in Baton Rouge when they had that big flood, and the kid did not get paid in full on that house. He made twice, but collectively, he made $400,000 on flood insurance on that house. But he had to wait 2 years each time it flooded, and it was 8 years. Everyone was 8 years. This one got cut in half. It was 4 years. It flooded again. And they got at least 4 feet of water in that house. I'm almost guaranteeing it. If I'm ever down there, I'm gonna take a drive through that neighborhood just to see what happened. But FEMA would pay 100% to raise that house up above the flood stage. 100% they would pay for it, but it'd be a matter of when they can do it and all that. Or they'll buy you out for 70% of its value. Well, they're in money now because that house, I just looked at it, that house is worth, I think house is worth like 275 right now. No, what did I sell it for? I sold it for 190. I wanted 225 for it. It got sold for 190. Now it's worth almost two and a half. In a matter of, we sold it last November. Yeah, last November in 1 year it went up that much. The house has never moved that fast before, you know. and in a bad area, and not a bad neighborhood, but a bad area as far as flooding goes. It's a multiple flood loss, is what it's called. $7,000 a year just for flood insurance. I can live on that per year, nomadically, and live rich. You know, the way I live, that's a lot of money. You know, I'm basically a baked potato and meatball guy, or hamburger guy. And I eat very basically. I'll do some um, broccoli. You know, I do the frozen broccoli. It's more consistent. And that fridge freezer works great, so I can carry that stuff now. And I can carry my ice cream. Love my ice cream, but I keep it down to a regular coffee cup, not this oversized one. This deal with the cup, I'll probably do that much of it. You know, with ice cream, I can control myself with ice cream. Anything else, I just had a bag of Cheetos, gone. Gone, gone. But yeah, I'm just rambling. But yeah, hey, I'm here. I'll show some pictures of the situation with the truck as it presents itself, and yeah, it may be a minor delay on the nomad thing. I may have to switch out vehicles, but like I said, I'm gonna sell out the trailer. Whether I take it out on a maiden voyage as far as an official going nomad with it, I don't know. Because her truck might carry it, but I don't want to put pressure on the truck anymore. You know what I mean? I'm dragging extra equipment around, more tires, it's more spare tires, there's more. You know, the more you have, the more you have to babysit. Same thing with the money. The more you have, like I said, with just all inflation, all this stuff going on, I can get a gig job like Coolworks or whatever. Get on that website and go grab a job. Now that money is made in that inflationary time. So there's two schools of thought on it. You can amass the money, invest in it. Now you're babysitting, investing all this stuff all the time, running around for your money, or let your money run around for you. You know, I'm like, I'll just go make some, and I'll go live on it for a while. I'm not getting into all this crap, but the pictures make me look fat, but I'm not a fat guy. I only weigh 208, and I'm 5'11", 5'11" and a half. So, some days I'm 6 feet, some days I'm not. You know, it's just one of them things. But I'm gonna let you go because I just could go on for. Maybe I'll do another video, continuing on the rambling. But that's it for now. Just get a $6,000 bill. Very important if you're going nomadic. Get as big of a emergency fund as you can. I am now a big stickler on that. And first day out of the gate, and I was sitting there for 6 months. The motor could have went anytime for 6 months, and it didn't want to. So they think it might be as minor as just change the oil pump, but I'm probably looking at $3 grand. But I hope I don't have to do a motor. That's a good motor. That motor was definitely running good up until that pump went. If I did any damage, it would be the only issue, you know. So they're gonna do a diagnostics on it. Then they'll let me know on Thursday what's going on. So we'll see. But hey, God bless you. And you know, have a very nice Christmas and a happy New Year. But I'll be posting some others very much out of order. So you know, I'll be posting stuff. But talk to you soon. Love you.